Well, I'm a native Virginian. I was born and raised in Chesterfield County, and went to undergrad at VMI. Served as a naval officer, and while I did my first tour in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, and deployed to the Persian Gulf, I actually did my second tour in Virginia Beach. So I actually lived in Virginia Beach for a couple years, and then went to law school at UVA. And after leaving there is when I ultimately clerked for Justice Thomas, who's a wonderful, wonderful man. Ginny Thomas is like a second mom. She and the boss, we call him the boss. They're like a second family to me and Lisa, and wonderful people. And that's where I met Mike Lee. Mike Lee was clerking for Justice Alito, so when he endorsed me, it's because we've known each other for a long time. But yeah, now we're back in Chesterfield in our home county, raising our 4 sons. And it's just a wonderful thing to be a Virginian. The reason that I'm running for Attorney General, after clerking for Justice Thomas, I served in the White House as a lawyer for President Bush. I was associate counsel of President Bush. I was a federal prosecutor. But I'm now in private practice, and I enjoy being a private citizen. So I'm not doing this because I want to be a politician. Sure. But what compelled me into the race was Mark Herring. And if people didn't know how powerful the Attorney General was before, they know now because they've seen how Mark Herring has handled the office. Right. And so I can't believe that I have to say this, but my top priorities are so fundamental and so basic. The first one is you defend the laws that the citizens of Virginia pass through their legislature. When what Mark Herring has done in the office is actually, it's a big thing, it's not a small thing. He has eroded our form of self-government. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to defend the laws that are passed by the citizens of Virginia, period. That's the job of the Attorney General. That's the second thing that I will do is not just the laws they pass, but the Attorney General of Virginia, the job is to defend the sovereignty of the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth is a sovereign state. So when Washington does things that exceed Washington's constitutional authority, it is the duty of the Attorney General to defend them. And I can promise you I will fight Washington back across the Potomac, because things like the Clean Power Plan, which our Attorney General didn't even challenge. It's now been, at least for now, successfully challenged by 22 other states. I will stand watch against Washington, D.C. encroaching on our liberty. Those are the two big ones. The third,
here.
Yeah, no, those are big and important things, and that's what matters. Finally, the third thing, this is a smaller one in terms of it's more specific. We have a terrible, terrible heroin problem going on in Virginia, and a lot of people don't know about it. And that's an area where the Attorney General can be a leader and can help bring all the resources to bear to fix that problem, because we need leadership. That's where you need statewide leadership, and obviously we don't have it right now. Nobody's defending our sovereignty as a state, and when you don't defend our sovereignty as a state, it impinges on the liberty of the people. And so we need a new lawyer, and I've spent my life as a conservative lawyer and a Virginian, and so I'm going to get in the fight, and I'm going to win. I think there's a rebirth in the Commonwealth of people not so concerned about specific issues. They're now starting to understand the big things, the structure of government, the relationship between the federal government and the state government, both governments and their citizens. And so it's been fun for me to have really meaningful conversations with people who aren't even lawyers, who start to understand what it means to have a commerce clause that's out of control. So Congress is regulating things the framers never intended. People care about things now in a big picture way, and it's been fun.
Absolutely.
And the Commonwealth's just beautiful. So
We are
so
blessed.
Yeah, I've been all the way. We've been everywhere, and we're going to keep going everywhere, and so
wonderful.
Having a good time.
And you're going to be at the farm on September 10th.
And I'm going to be at the farm on September 10th.
Yeah. Thank you so much.